Hi, welcome to Issues and Insights. I'm your host, Melanie Parker. I have with me today Beth Pyles, who has been the State Theater Operations Manager, you said, for just over a year?
Just over a year, yes ma'am.
Awesome. Want to compliment you on camera about what a great job you have done getting us through this COVID thing and really making us feel like a community with your heartfelt messages. I on behalf of the public, I really appreciate that.
Well, thank you. It was fun to come up with different sayings. We put our heads together, our staff, and try to get messages that maybe would, just express to the public that we're here, we're trying, we know we're all in this together, we aren't alone. So,
yes, absolutely, because the State Theater is like a heart of downtown, a heart of our community, Hardin County as a whole. It's a historic building, and to see things like that during trial and errors of our community really means a lot. So.
It does. It is a great building. It is kind of a landmark for the community. So yeah, the one side that we were talking about that faced the courthouse, that we saw many postings on Facebook. People had shared that with the Andy Brashear Facebook page as well. So we felt like that was kind of the statement for our community for the rest of the state.
Yes, it just shows how deep that vein runs in our community.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
You're
we appreciate
welcome.
that. So, gosh, since we've already started talking about the messages, COVID.
Yes.
At my house, we call it the Rona.
The Rona.
What sort of changes have you've opened your doors?
We have opened our doors as a movie theater.
Okay.
We're all following the Healthy at Work guidelines that have been set by the state of Kentucky. So June 1st, we were able to open as a movie theater, which is part of what we do. I know we were so excited.
It's like another grand reopening, like one you had many years ago.
It was,
yes.
and we're really excited. We're multifaceted. We're not only a movie theater, we also host concerts, events, and then we have our rental space where people have meetings. We've
done it. My office has done it many times. It's a wonderful space.
Yeah, gala, just different events that you can host if you need larger space. So, movie theater, we opened June 1st. We kicked off which was last week. We kicked off that week with movies Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just to kind of offer something for the public. We've all been stuck in our homes, and I know that people have ventured out and found different streaming platforms to watch TV because we were kind of forced, that was our entertainment.
Sure.
But there's nothing like being in a theater, seeing it on a big screen, and then also the sense of community that you get sitting in a theater with other people. So that has been successful. We're on our second week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Wonderful.
Generally, we're doing classic kid movies. We are continuing through the summer. Next week, we're going down to a Wednesday, Friday platform. But of course, we've always put that out on our social media and on our website just to let folks know. We have followed the guidelines, like I said, for Healthy at Work. Sanitize, disinfect our theater.
What an undertaking.
It is. Paul Davis has come in and sanitized and disinfected with their fogging machine. So we feel like we're doing everything that we can, that we should do. Our theater is huge. You think about when you go to a theater, and a lot of times they're compartmentalized into smaller venues where you might have 30 seats here for this screen. Our screen has 652 seats, which if you think about, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of disinfecting.
It is. And we have a balcony. So there's a way to maybe social distance a little bit better in our theater than maybe some other venues around our community. We have social distance our seats where we've blocked rows off.
I wondered about that.
Yeah, so we've blocked rows off to kind of guide our patrons where to sit. Of course, most patrons know when they come, they're going to social distance themselves from other families as well. So we've had no issues. So with that being said, at our 33%, which is where we're at now, we have around 215 seats. So there's plenty of room. Some of our movies have had a lot of folks venture out. And I think as we go on, we'll see bigger crowds. But it's something to do on a during the week. We'll do the daytime movies at 11. So if you're a mom or a grandma or a caregiver at home with some kids, it's a great thing to do before lunch, maybe before nap time.
Good to know. Note to self. I'm taking some vacay days with the grandbabies.
It would be fantastic.
Sure.
Movie admission is $1, which is not.
That is My budget likes that.
Exactly.
Yes,
and then
good.
at night we're doing 7 p.m. So, get those people that are still continuing to work or, looking for something to do, a date night. I know next week we have The Flintstones, which was released back in 1994 with some adults. Rick Moranis, I think, was in it.
Yes.
So it's a little bit of a kind of a family-friendly comedy. We have Cat in the Hat coming out with Mike Myers
Oh, I love
in a couple
him.
of weeks. So we try
Yes.
to bring in some classics and that are family-friendly.
And those are entertaining to adults and children.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Not that I don't love the cartoons, because I do.
No.
I'm not going to lie.
Yes.
So
It's a
Awesome.
good mix.
Good.
If you're a teenager or you have some young adults, it's kind of
Well, it's a nice rewind for young parents who enjoyed that when they were little
Exactly.
to share that with their kiddos. I always love to see the classics, especially at the State Theater.
Yes.
It just lends itself to the aura, I think,
It really
of the theater.
does. It really does. It's such a great venue in our community. We're so blessed. It's kind of a hidden gem. And every day we have people come in, and I've driven by this a million times, but I've never walked through the doors.
It is just...
And there's a lot of people that haven't walked through the doors. So we
Right.
would love to have people,
Yes.
you
And
know,
there's a lot of original.
there is.
When you walk in, I was part of the team when the grand reopening several years ago. The floor
Yes, the
is
terrazzo.
original.
Yes, it is.
The carpets, I guess they found some remnants up in the attic or somewhere, so the carpet areas are replicas of the
Yes.
original carpet.
Yes.
I mean, there are original seats down in the front.
Yes, they've made the court. We have some courting seats, which were very much. When the theater opened in 1942, they were very in vogue, because
Yes.
you wanted to go with your date and you wanted to be able to sit next to them.
And people were little then.
They were
apparently.
little, yes.
There,
so there's no way you can get two people in a courting seat today.
No.
But
Right.
they are down front, so we
Yes,
tried to
which
keep...
is a treat.
It is a treat. It is
Yeah.
a treat. People always ask, why are they so big?
Yeah.
And that's the reason.
Well, it depends on perspective, because I see them as so little. But
I see them
for
as
two
comfy.
people,
Yeah,
right,
comfy.
they're just
Ooh,
right.
I got some wiggle room. So, yeah.
And the murals are
Yes.
back to original, correct?
They are. They
Oh,
are. They're
beautiful.
kind of hidden behind the curtains. We don't open them all the time. We kind of keep them hidden. But yes, they are original to when they did go in and renovate, and they started doing some demolition and peeling, and they found those, so they matched them as best they could.
Yes. And the little ticket area.
Yeah, our ticket booth is original. In fact, our tray where we keep our money, cash, is original. It's wooden. It falls out every
Right.
time I'm in there.
Just
It's
part of
going to
the
fall on the
charm.
ground at least once because
Yes.
it is original. So we've left it as close as we can be. And there's a lot of memories for people in this
Right.
community. I hear that all the time. I'm not originally from Elizabethtown. I moved here in the early 90s, but talking to people that remember coming as a child, there's a gentleman that I talked to for business who doesn't live in this community. He works for the state of Kentucky, and his mother used to work at the State Theater, and so he has some memories as well. So it's kind of neat to hear his memories, talking about when he was a child and running up the balcony and some of the things that they used to have, and people remember it and have ties to it.
Yes.
They
yes.
do.
That during the grand opening, my son, who is well in his 20s now, he was in middle school and he was excited. He had to wear black pants and a white collared shirt and a black tie, and he got to sit in the ticket booth and take tickets.
Yeah.
And that was his first volunteer gig in our community, and I was so proud of him. It was exciting.
A lot of people have a lot of memories of that place.
Yes, definitely. So sorry, we got off track.
Yeah.
But I just love the theater. I just love it. It's just so charming.
Well, hopefully soon our other guidelines will be in place to where we can open back up at 100% and continue with some of the other activities that we do besides movies. That's our hope.
Got you.
Hopefully sooner than later.
So obviously, are we still at the 10 people No, obviously we're not at the 10 people gathering.
Well, we are at the 10 people social gathering.
Okay.
I think on July 1 it goes up to 50.
Gotcha.
So at
will
that
you
point-
start renting out your rooms?
We have a small room in the back called the Plum Alley Room that we just actually finished renovating.
Yes, I hear great things.
It is fantastic. It opened up at the beginning of February. So we had several events, and then, of course, COVID hit us. So it has been closed. But that room is perfect for around 75 to 100. So we have several events booked that we were able to move. just about like anybody, when we were shut down, as many businesses were, we had a lot of events on our books, and people had to shuffle and cancel, and we've tried to reschedule as many as we could. So we have some graduation parties that were held over, some other events. So those are going forward in July, and then hopefully as we get the go-ahead, we'll open up as we can in the stages. Yes.
We've had, my organization, the Right Legacy Group, we've had client appreciations in is it the
gallery? The West Banco Gallery.
The gallery, and it holds a substantial amount, and it's a very polished space, and it's beautiful and elegant. And now I saw during the transformation, I haven't seen the final product of your Plum Alley space, and it's more modern and industrial. So I really like the two different themes or energies of those spaces. You all have done a good job with that.
Well, thank you. And our West Banco Gallery, in January, we painted and freshened it up. So it looks like a brand new space as well. So we've done a lot to kind of bring the building up to where it needs to be. It's fresh, it's clean, it's a fantastic facility here in our community.
Yay, wonderful. As a marketing director, I'm always looking for spaces to rent for different events, and you all are definitely top of the list go-to.
Well, thank you.
So, concerts.
Yes,
What have you got lined up? I'm so excited. Live music, there's nothing like it.
You know, February was just jam-packed. We had a concert every weekend. March, we started out strong, and then, of course, like we said. So our April concerts, we have been very lucky. We had 2 concerts planned in April, one in May, and one in June. We have moved. So everything has been shifted. Right now, we are hoping that everything goes as planned. Of course, with concerts, it's hard for us to open and nothing but 100%.
Sure.
We have some that are sold out. So how do we tell you get to come and you don't?
Right.
So we've shifted everything, and we hope that goes forward on the timeline that we're anticipating. So hopefully, come August 7th, we'll have Ronnie Millsap, who is a legend.
Yes.
He is a legend. So that concert was originally scheduled in April. So it has been shifted, like I said, to August 7th.
I'm glad you were able to get him back in.
Yes. And we do have a contingency date in the works if the August date will not work. So that show originally was sold out, and it sold out super fast within, I think it was a week. So with the shuffling of the dates, we've had some tickets come available just because, by moving a date, some people aren't available. So there are a few tickets left for that. Hopefully we'll get to continue that date.
I need to write that down.
I know. He is fantastic.
August 7th. Let me write that down.
We also have for him opening a local girl, Jessie Key from Glendale. And she sang with him on his Duets album that was released a couple years ago. So she's the opener. So we're excited to have kind of a local connection.
Sure.
So it will be a fantastic concert. So that's our first one.
Okay.
Hopefully that goes well. We also have Terry Clark, who is scheduled for September 4th. Country from the 90s, if you remember Terry Clark. She has... She is supposed to come on that day. That is Labor Day weekend on that Friday night. Tickets, we still have a few available. It has sold really well as well.
She's
and
awesome.
That is part of the Abound Credit Union series that the City of Elizabethtown partners with them to put that on. And the next one after that in that series, the Abound Credit Union in City of Elizabethtown, is Aaron Tippin, and he's in November.
Oh, wow.
So we are confident that November... we'll be back to normal.
Definitely. Great job.
I know.
That's a good lineup.
It is. And then we've got a few. We've got Journey, the Journey Tribute Resurrection.
What?
The Journey Tribute was scheduled for May. There's also an E-Town connection there. There is a band member that is an Elizabethtown High School graduate from the 80s. So they were originally scheduled for May. We moved it to July. And then we've now moved it to November 13th.
November 13th. Let me write that down.
That will be a fun time. If you remember Journey, I'm an 80s girl. I remember Journey. And
it was hard to give up the big hair. Let me tell you.
Steve Perry, So
Dreamy.
they
Yes.
sound fantastic. You close your eyes, you take you back to your high school days.
Yes.
So
I'm there.
that we have.
You still have tickets?
We have tickets left. Not
Okay.
many, but we have tickets
Okay.
left. So that again is November. So it looks like November is going to be jam packed.
Yes.
Jam packed. So.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, Journey was my first concert when I was in high school
What?
in Louisville. I'm so excited. Yeah, that'll be good.
Hopefully everything will go as planned and we will be able to reopen.
Yeah.
You know,
I think we as a whole have learned to be flexible.
yes.
I think everyone, all walks of life, all ages, now know sometimes, even my little 5-year-old granddaughter's birthday was a parade driving
And waving.
around people, who had decorated the garage doors for and this and that in lieu of her first little slumber party. And we've just learned that life happens.
It does. It does.
know.
It does. But we're blessed here in Hardin County, and especially in Elizabethtown. We are a smaller community, and with our theater, when we do reopen, we hope people just choose. If you're not comfortable, we understand that.
Sure.
So
We have choices.
We have choices. We normally don't give refunds or exchanges on our tickets, but we have worked really hard with our patrons
awesome.
and given them that option because we want them to feel safe. We want them to have a good time. We don't want them to have to worry about making the decision. We want to make it easy for them.
Right.
So, and most people are like, no, we're good. We're coming. We can't wait to get back.
Ready.
People want entertainment. They want to be together. They want to be
Right.
with people in the community and
We're
have a
social
good time.
beings.
Exactly.
We really are. And I love my family, but you get sick of looking at those same faces all the
Exactly.
time.
Exactly.
You need some, socialization out. We're just wired that way, I truly believe.
Exactly. And our concerts, if you've never been to a concert at the State Theater, it is fantastic. The energy, like I said, 652 seats. That's a lot, but
It
it's
is.
really not a lot.
Yeah.
And there's not
It's
a bad
intimate. Yeah.
there's not a bad seat in the house.
Nope.
Not at all. In fact, everybody that gets their tickets, a lot of times you can get them online at our website, but a lot of times people will call us or come into the theater, and there's a lot of people that get the same seats for every show that they go to because they're like, those are my seats,
Yeah, yes, the
Those are
regular
my seats,
patrons.
or someone's
Yes.
got my seats, because
Yeah.
they didn't
Like church.
Yeah, they didn't maybe
Yeah.
purchase them when they immediately went on sale. So
Right.
it's a great venue. It's a great feeling. I just love when we have concerts. I love bringing people into the community. Downtown is always a buzz. It's just really neat to see the activity and to be able to bring wonderful acts, top-notch
Yes.
acts
Oh my
to the
gosh.
community, to give them that ability to go somewhere in their backyard, not have to drive, be able to go out to dinner at one of our local restaurants.
And walk.
We've
got great stuff on the square now.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then drive home, 5, 10, 15 minutes home, and they're safely at their house. So, yeah.
Perfect. And you even have the concession stand.
We do. And usually when we have especially for concerts, we'll set up in our West Banco Gallery, we'll set up an extra bar area where people can come get beverages at the concession stand. We have
Nice.
light refreshments, pretzels, nachos, popcorn, set up tables. So a lot of times people will come early and gather and sit with their friends and talk before the concert. And it's a night out. It's an event.
Right.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yay. On the movies, so you said starting next week it'll be a Wednesday, Friday.
It's a Wednesday.
Can you kind of give me some insight on what we have coming up on movies?
So next Wednesday we have How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
called Hidden Treasures. It's been a long time since I've seen How to Train Your Dragon. My boys are kind of grown.
Right.
So that one is Wednesday at 11. And then Friday at 11 and 7 is The Flintstones.
Okay.
So the following week, on Wednesday, we will have Little Rascals, which is one of my kids when they were little loved that movie.
What was the date on that one?
That one, I think it's the 24th of June.
Oh, I wonder,
if you
even if I have
haven't
to go
seen
by
it-
myself, I'm going. I'm going to kidnap a couple grandbabies.
It is.
We're going.
It is so cute. It is so cute. We
Yes.
showed it last year. Last year we kicked off our summer movie series. When I came aboard, one of my goals was to do something that offered some events for kids and for families. I know when my kids were little, I was fortunate to be able to stay home for a couple years. And so, summers are long. When you're a mom,
Yes.
summers are long. They go really fast, but they're long. And
Yeah.
there are days where, you just want to get out of the house. You don't want to spend a lot of money because you're home all day, and most people have, multiple kids. So it was a great thing for people to come and, $1 to get in. We have some inexpensive concessions and offer that or even grandmas that babysit during the summer. So we started that last year, and it was a humongous hit. So we brought it back this year, adding some dates because of the COVID and reopening. So eventually we'll go back down to the Wednesdays, but Little Rascals is fantastic.
It's a cult.
It is.
The thing about Little Rascals is quite often when you do a remake, it may be awesome, but it's not quite as good or not the same. Little Rascals is precious.
It is
that
precious.
Remake is
those kids.
Precious.
Those kids are cute. So.
They are. Like I said, I'll go by myself if I can't get anybody to go with me. It is
a good one.
What do you have after that one?
So on the 26th, which is a Friday at 11 and 7, we have the Dr. Seuss The Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers. And that was released back in the early 2000s.
Yes.
So it's been a while. And then on July 1st, we have Casper. Which,
what a great variety.
Yeah. So, and then we haven't set the rest of our July movies. We'll get those after the holiday. The 4th of July holiday will be back on Wednesdays. But it's a great, like I said, it's a great opportunity, $1 movie. Concessions, you can get a Coke and a popcorn for $2. Really inexpensive.
Right.
But it's a great thing for people to do.
It is. It's nostalgia for Mimi's.
Yes.
But it's also a really great little walk into history for the littles, I think.
It is. And like you said, there are things to do downtown. I know the Hardin County History Museum is next door to us, and they're open during the day. So, you could almost make a day of it.
Sure.
You could come down, go to the movie, stop at one of the local restaurants, back home. You can go down to Vibe, have some lunch, even bring a picnic. There are some places to sit on Walker Square.
Yes.
Go to the History Museum. Just walk around and see some of the historic sites that are downtown.
Make a day of it.
Exactly.
Cool. As a historic state theater, do you all purely and plan to continue to focus just on classic movies, which is a wonderful arena, but do you look to bring in any more current?
We have brought some newer movies. Last year we showed Avengers. We find that our niche is the older.
Good.
The other thing is we do have 2 other movie theaters in the community.
Right.
And their primary job is showing the new movies.
Right.
So leave the old movies to us.
I think
more
it's
nostalgic.
Fabulous plan.
And our goal is not to, our job is not to show the newest, latest, and greatest.
Right.
I think some of the best movies and best in attendance that we've had since I've been there are some of the classics. Last summer we showed Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh my goodness. Wonderful.
And I don't remember ever as a child even seeing it on the big screen. I remember just seeing it on the television.
Yes.
It is so different when you see it on the big screen.
Yes. I could list, and I won't, we don't have enough time. No. I could list a dozen movies I would love to take my grandbabies to see at the Classic Theater. And there's nowhere else I'd rather go than I say classic because that's what it is to me, the Historic State Theater. Like you said, the big screen just transforms the experience.
It really does.
Yes.
We showed Wizard of Oz last year. That was huge, and that was fantastic.
And that is perfect.
Yeah. And we do, of course, during the holidays, we have our Halloween movies that we show every year, and Christmas, the month of December, we try to show a movie every Friday and Saturday night. Some of the classics like White Christmas and Christmas
My
Vacation.
office, we actually sponsored White Christmas one year and got tickets for our clients to go because that is the boss's wife's favorite movie, and it's a good one.
We do sponsorship. So if there's a movie out there that you just want to see, give us a call and let's see if we can work out a sponsorship. Sometimes, the best ideas come from outside of our office because we're doing the same thing every day.
Yes.
So we're always open to suggestions.
Great.
And of course, the movies that we have for the summer series, they have all been sponsored. So we have great community partners. It's a great opportunity to get their name out there, show support for the community. We are a nonprofit. We just are here to provide entertainment and opportunities for our community, and that's our goal.
And it's absolutely investing local.
It is.
Our local dollars.
It is.
As an event planner with my employer, I've utilized your facilities multiple times. The gallery, the theater, and all of that. It's always a wonderful process. You have a great team to work with, and people love
They
it.
do. They do. And everything from, like you said, concerts, whether it's, we've hosted high school band concerts, we've hosted dance recitals,
Wow.
we've hosted fashion shows. We really have.
You have a full stage.
Yeah, and,
Yes.
and a lot
And
of
a green
people
room.
don't know that it
Yes.
is available for rent.
Yes.
So, there are some opportunities to do some
Truly.
fun stuff.
Truly.
In that theater.
Yes, I've been to many different kinds of events in that building, whether it be in the gallery or Galleria.
It's the gallery.
And the theater with Springhaven years ago. We did some fundraisers there with some concerts. Mark Wills, Jason Michael Carroll, those were really good. So folks, give Beth a call.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for a unique event experience, definitely give them a call.
Exactly, because we do produce some of our own events, but a lot of the events that we have focused on for 2020 are either brought in by promoters or they're events that other people are presenting. We did one in February. I don't know if anybody remembers the Radcliffe Veterans Center. They did an album with their residents.
Yes.
And Tamara Stewart came in and put on a concert, and it was a fundraiser for them. Oh, those guys come to watch movies twice a year.
Really?
And they rent out the theater, they bring in, the veterans, they pick the movie, bring it in.
That's great.
And to see the fruits of their labor, there wasn't a dry eye in the house.
No doubt.
Yeah. So, you come to us with an idea, we'll see if we can
That's great.
make it happen.
And you don't have to be intimidated by the process. You don't have to be an
No.
event planner. You're the professional, and you all are wonderful about guiding folks. Just go in with an idea and hit you up, and you and your awesome team will get them through it.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're out of time.
I can't either.
I'm getting the sign over here. We are out of time. Beth, thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome.
And thank you for just enhancing our downtown experience. Once again, those messages, those heartfelt messages on your, what do you call
our marquee.
Your marquee.
Our marquee. And
yes,
you
on
can
your
put your
marquee.
message. Just call
Yes.
us.
It's part of the rental process,
yes, part of
right?
the rental process. You
Yes.
can put a message up there. We've had wedding proposals, birthday messages. It is
Nice.
because that is such a if the Las Vegas has their sign,
Right.
E-Town has their State Theater marquee.
We have arrived.
We do.
Great.
We do.
Beth, thank you so much
You're
for your
very
time.
welcome.
Continue to do a great job.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be talking to someone there about the tickets for these events. I'm excited.
Yeah.
You all, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time. Give the Historic State Theater a call, and they are going to help you with your events. And go get you a $1 ticket. I'm Melanie Parker. Thanks for your time.